We're here talking with Dennis, one of my longtime patients, outstanding individual. He's got a great story, and he's undergone some platelet-rich plasma injection therapy in the past. And I wanted to kind of get your opinion on when you first learned about this and what some of the goals we were trying to attempt for you. Can you tell us about your background?
Yeah, so I've been in a wheelchair for a long time. I was on prosthetics and wheelchair kind of back and forth a little bit. And I just chronic shoulder pain, right? I mean, just overworking the shoulders. Even with the prosthetics, it takes a lot of shoulder work to get out of a chair, that kind of stuff. And so just have torn my shoulders up over the years. And then I actually injured my shoulder. I tore my rotator cuff, my right shoulder, and just to move my arm even a little bit hurt. And then we'd been talking about the PRP for a while, and when I actually got hurt, then it seemed like the right time to give it a shot, and we did. And I've got full range of motion with no pain, nothing. I mean, it worked phenomenal for me, and it just it was a game changer in terms of not really slowing me down much. Or if I were to have surgery, I mean, how do you maneuver in a wheelchair with one arm? You go in a circle, right? And so that's not going to work if you're in a sling for 6 weeks or whatever it is. And this was just some downtime for a few weeks to let it cook, let it work, and then it ended up with fantastic results.
Well, tell me, Dennis, tell us what kind of sports you're into.
Well, I hand cycle. I downhill ski and a monoski. I play sled hockey, which is a very physical game, and all shoulders, right? All those. And then I mountain bike. I've done adaptive indoor rock climbing in Flagstaff with a group up there. I just try to be as active as I can because exercise in a wheelchair is super important, and pretty much all the exercise I can get involves my upper body, right? And so but I do all that stuff, right? I mean, I just love sports in general, but the ones I'm currently active in is the skiing, the biking, mountain biking, and the sled hockey. So
well, excellent. I know we now have a single injection that we perform, and you have usually that about once a year is on your average there, that allows you to maintain your level of activity. You're quite an inspiration for us here, and again, we appreciate your story and excited to tell it to others. And again, we're trying to avoid surgery,
right?
And that's a very important thing. And but thank you for your time. And again, we've been long time patient and physician and friends. So it's always good to get testimony on someone that you know and trust. So
yeah.
Thanks, Dennis.
Perfect. Thanks.